Hey guys, today we're going to see the story continuation of the title, The Return of the God of Destruction, Big Mun. This story is about the God of Destruction that was brought to life, but he didn't belong to any of the current 12 universes, but to the 6 that have been destroyed by Zeno thousands of years ago. We'll see how this God of Destruction behaves now thousands of years after his death, and what his goals will be now that he has returned. Will he be a new ally for Goku or an enemy for him and his friends? Well, just follow to find out. Now grab a bucket of popcorn and your soda and follow me, and of course don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and also comment what you think of the story. Well, without further ado, let's start with this incredible story. Now in the 6th universe. Currently in the 6th universe, it was possible to see Big Mun using his cloning ability, which he was using to transform into Vermoth and go straight to the place where the Super Dragon Ball was located in the 6th universe. It didn't take long for the God of Destruction Big Mun to arrive at the place where the last Super Dragon Ball was, but when he got there, the fake Vermoth ended up taking a fright when he saw that the Super Dragon Ball was not unprotected, but protected by the most strongest warriors of the 6th universe. This fake Vermoth thought, okay, I wasn't expecting this. I thought this sphere would be unprotected, but in reality it's being protected by a group of warriors, and some of them even have interesting power levels. Big Mun thought as he reached the Super Dragon Ball and saw that there were several warriors in the place with interesting power levels in the opinion of the God of Destruction. Kaba spoke. Mr. Vermoth, what are you doing here? I thought you were protecting the other Super Dragon Balls, asked the confused Saiyan while looking at the fake Vermoth. The false Vermoth spoke. I am protecting the Super Dragon Ball in reality. My angel Margarita, she discovered the technique that Big Mun had used to make the Super Dragon Ball spears become smaller. She taught me how to use this power. I can make these 2 spears smaller and leave with them, so Big Mun doesn't have a chance of stealing these. They'll be with me, and that way he will not be able to fulfill his wish, whatever his wish is, explained the fake Vermoth while removing the Super Dragon Ball from his pocket and showing it to everyone that was present. Kaba spoke. That makes sense. If a God of Destruction with great power like you is protecting the Super Dragon Balls, they will be safe, said the Saiyan while looking at the fake Vermoth without suspecting anything. The false Vermoth said, right, so you can get out of my way and let me shrink and keep this Super Dragon Ball, said the God of Destruction, soon going closer to the Super Dragon Ball. Only when the God of Destruction got close to the Super Spear, he had to dodge a blow, which was done by Hit. But the God of Destruction managed to dodge it, and moving away from the Super Dragon Spear. Caulifla said, hey Hit, what did you do that for? He's the 11th universe's God of Destruction, so why in the hell would you do that? Caulifla asked while looking at the most feared assassin in the 6th universe. Hit said sorry, but this one is not the real God of Destruction of the 11th universe. This guy is a fake, and I bet he must be the God of Destruction that ended up beating Champa and almost killing him, he said while looking at Vermoth. Kale said, what do you mean? He is Vermoth, the God of Destruction of the 11th universe, and not Big Mun that all the gods of destruction are looking for, said the Saiyan while looking at the killer. Hit said, I'm a trained assassin, and I've killed many people over the years, and during that time I ended up finding people with the ability to change appearances. So I ended up creating a skill that helped me identify my targets, and I remember it perfectly, the energy that Vermoth has, and that guy there in front of us is not Vermoth, said the assassin, putting himself in a combat posture while looking at the God of Destruction, who soon began to laugh out loud. The false Vermoth spoke, seriously man, I never thought I would end up meeting someone who would be able to discover my transformation ability, said the God of Destruction Big Mun, soon making his body glow and his original appearance return to normal. Big Mun said, now that I'm in my original form, I'm going to finish you off, and I'm going to get the Super Dragon Ball before the original Vermoth comes back and tries to kill me. After all, I'm not strong enough to kill him, at least not yet, Big Mun said while looking at the warriors of that place, who put themselves in combat posture. Hit said, don't let him get close to the Super Dragon Ball, and fight with all your might right from the start, said the killer to his group as soon everyone started releasing large amounts of energy, and all the Saiyans present transformed to their strongest forms. Soon, all together they advanced against the God of Destruction. Big Mun used his clothes to create some clones of himself, that soon advanced against the warriors in that place. Big Mun lunged at Hit as he appeared to be the strongest and most experienced of the group. Big Mun and Hit, when they were close to each other, they started a melee battle, where Big Mun was taking the advantage, and soon the God of Destruction managed to give a sequence of blows to the assassin that even using the temporal jump could not overcome the speed of the God of Destruction that landed powerful blows on the Hit's assassin's body. Hit used his time jump repeatedly and tried to hit several blows on the God of Destruction, and Big Mun used his body clots to defend himself from the assassin's attacks. And some of his blows were repelled, making the assassin receive his own blow, only with twice the strength. Big Mun soon used his speed and used his cloth to hold one of Hit's arms, and using his strength he turned Hit's body and threw the killer away. And then the God of Destruction began to hit several blows around of the killer, who couldn't dodge the blows. Then he tied Hit with his cloth, and then he did the same thing with all the other warriors and united them with his cloth. Big Mun spoke. "You were fun, but you're not strong enough to defeat me," said the God of Destruction as he looked at the warriors who were trapped in their body cloths. Big Mun said, "I will let you live, but I want you to tell Champa and the other gods of destruction that I let you live to tell the gods that I will hunt each one of them, and the angels will also be mine. So tell them to be afraid because I'm going to kill every one of them. Now for Champa, I want you to say that I'm going to kill him, and this time I won't be as merciful as before," said the God of Destruction, Big Mun, with a big smile on his face. Soon Big Mun, using one of his hands, created a large sphere of Hakai, but it was not with the energy of destruction, but only made with crushed energy, and that way the warriors could stay alive with that last attack by Big Mun. Big Mun spoke, "I ask all of you not to die," said the God of Destruction, soon throwing the spear of Hakai at the warriors who screamed in pain when they felt the attack of the God of Destruction. Amunet spoke, "It seems that the battle is over, Master, even though I thought you would have done it faster normally," spoke the angel, soon leaving his staff and assuming a physical form. Big Mun said, "I would normally have defeated them with one attack, or would prolong the fight, but I remember that I'm not currently at my full power, so I managed to have some fun," said the God of Destruction while scratching the back of his neck, and looked at his angel, who just gave a smile. Amunet spoke, "It's good to know that you know your current situation of weakness, but that will change soon after we gather all 7 Dragon Balls and make the wish to Super Shenron. And with that, his original power will return. And in the future, we will be able to bring back the 13 universe back to life, and you could return to live in it," said the angel, remembering her old universe where she ruled with Big Mun. Big Mun said, "I also miss our universe a little bit, but don't worry. When all this is over, we'll go back to live in the 13th universe, and everything will go back to how it was thousands of years ago," spoke the God of Destruction while looking at his angel. Big Mun said, "But for that, I have to recover my true strength, and using it, I will defeat all the gods and angels that get in my way. Amunet, make this Super Dragon Spear get smaller, and after that we'll get out of here soon. I feel that they must have already discovered what I've done, and that I deceived Champa and Belmod," said the God of Destruction while looking at his angel, who agreed. Amunet said, "Yes, sir. I'll make it quick so we can get out of here and go to the last Super Dragon Ball," said the angel excitedly, and soon she started using her technique to make the Super Dragon Ball smaller and fit in her hand. Big Mun said, "Great. Now let's go. We still have to get one more Super Dragon Ball, and with it my wish will be fulfilled, and I can return to my glory days as the strongest God of Destruction," said the God of Destruction while looking at his angel, who had one of the Super Dragon Balls in her hand. Amunet said, "Master, it's better we go, or if we don't have unwanted and inconvenient guests." He spoke to the angel, soon creating a portal, that soon the God of Destruction with the angel entered, and then the portal closed. With that, we'll end today's video. If you want to see the continuation of this incredible story, leave a lot of likes in the video and comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you another day, guys.